kindergartners. Today, I'm super excited because we have now had quite a few ducks hatch. We're on 5. The 6th one is on its way. But I want to go through adulthood. I've talked to you guys. We've done the egg calendar all the way up. We've done phase 1, which was fertilization. We've done phase 2, which was all of this nesting and everything. Phase 3 was the hatching. We talked a lot about the the egg tooth. I don't know why I was thinking fish. The egg tooth and how they get out and all of that. Now we're on to phase 4, which is adulthood. So I am going to read our book to us. And then hopefully you guys will be able to hop on our Zooms where I will show you guys the ducks. Unfortunately, we didn't have any chickens hatching. I believe that was due to an incubation problem. We do need to get a new incubator. Apparently, the humidity is not adequate enough, which I learned this time around. And so we will be doing that, but we did get some ducks. So we're going to read. We're up to the hatching. I'm just going to go through the hatching, and then it's going to keep talking about adulthood. So it says hatching. Every day, the chick grows bigger. After 3 weeks, it fills the egg. Remember, 3 weeks for ducks, or for chicks, 4 weeks for ducks. So basically the same thing. It has a sharp bump on its it has a sharp bump called an egg tooth on its beak. It taps the eggshell with its egg tooth, and then he makes a hole. It keeps tapping, and then it makes the hole bigger. The eggshell cracks and breaks part, and then the chick hatches. It is wet and tired from pushing so hard, so it rests in the egg. So they are very wet when they come out, and it's kind of cool to see through the incubator. If we were all together, you guys would get to see that. And then they take a long time to like start moving around again in the incubator, and then in about 48 hours I take them out because they have to completely dry. So now we're gonna start phase 4. So 1 hour old chicks. The chick stands up and shakes itself dry. It's covered with a soft, fluffy down. The hen waits for all the eggs to hatch, and then she leads the chicks out of the nest to find food. If a chick loses sight of her, it cheeps loudly. So our first day we only had 1 duckling because others hadn't hatched yet, and we had to put him into the cage that we're keeping him in. And he was cheeping so loudly. It was insane. You could hear him all over the house. He was so loud because he was all alone and he was sad. As soon as we got a couple more ducks and we put them together, then he was fine. But they can get really loud. And remember, what happens with chicks is the same with ducklings. The chick books really explain nicely. So the chicks go everywhere with their mother. She shows them how to drink and what's good to eat. At night, they hide under her wings to keep safe and warm. Growing up, the chicks grow bigger and the feathers grow on their wings. They still follow their mother all around. She shows them where to roost and how to avoid danger. So remember, roosting is like nesting. So you see, like, they start getting feathers instead of their down. That's a super cool process to see. The chick grows feathers all over. They find their own food now. And they take dust baths and they run all around all by themselves. And that's at 12 weeks old, so we're getting into that adulthood. By now, chickens have a comb and wattles. Young males are called cockerels. Young females is called a pullet. So they really, you can see now they have all their feathers. Now adult chickens at 5 months old. Now chickens are fully grown. They are able to produce young of their own. The chicken life cycle. So we've talked about this a lot. The eggs, and we went through the roosting, nesting, and then the hatching. So we added one in. And then chicks, and then adult chickens. And then that is the end of that. This one is another book that I want to go through. It kind of hits on some nice things for adulthood too. So once it comes out, it's very wet. And so as the chick grows older, the feathers grow. This is another informational text that we're reading out of. In a few months, the chick will look like its mother or father. A female chicken is ready to lay her first eggs when she's about 25 weeks old. And then you can see this is a chicken, and then it has its comb right there. So that's the comb when they're old. Oh, turning the wrong way. When they get older, babies don't have those. And then they have, this is pretty cool. It just goes through the ages. So that's adulthood. They start getting their feathers. All that cool stuff starts happening. They either start really developing their wattle or their comb, depending on if they're male or female. 25 weeks old, they can start to lay their own eggs, and at 5 months is when they really have reached adulthood. Completely, they're totally fully grown. So I can't wait to show you guys all these cool ducks that we have hanging out at my house. It's been super fun. Have a good day.